What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about a 3-bed, 1.5 bath listed for $399,000 in Melrose. If this deal sounds lit, that's because it is. Actually, this home was lit on fire last month. We're going to talk about whether $399,000 is actually a good deal for this home or not. We'll break it down. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? This is j.maiorana, your Boston Realtor here, and we got a good one for you today. I got a lot of messages from people outside the state saying, what the heck is this? $399,000 in Massachusetts for this? Yes, Massachusetts has one of the most expensive housing markets in the nation. We are number 3 behind New York, San Francisco. Let's break it down. Before we do though, make sure you hit subscribe. This home is in Melrose. First, that is Boston Metro. That is a suburb of Boston. It is just a 30-minute drive north of Boston. It's a small suburb, about 32,000 people. That's the location. Okay, so we know a little bit about Melrose, but now let's look into the numbers. The median price for a home sold in Melrose this year is $727,000. Okay, so now we're thinking $399,000. If I fix it up, can I get $727,000? This is for the whole town of Melrose. In order to get more accurate information, I actually broke this down, looked at homes that are selling and sold in this area. So currently there's a 3-bed, 1-bath down the street for $675,000. If you're interested in that, make sure you send me an email. Important to understand that there's two groups of people when they're looking at this. They see the $399,000 and they see the picture of this burnt house and they're like, screw that. Understandably. Now there's the other people who are saying, well, you know, you can buy that. It's actually buying the land and we can build on top of that, build something nicer, sell it for profit. Yes, a lot of people do this, and you do have some of the smartest investors and builders in Massachusetts. If there's a way to get it done, it's gonna be here. So here's an analysis that I do, and I do for my clients when I'm trying to figure out if something's a good buy or not. A lot of realtors always say, oh, you know, it depends on this, it depends, and they'll never give you a straight answer. But as a realtor, you're a consultant, and I'm not afraid to throw my opinion around if I have the numbers to back it up. So now we're looking at this as if we're gonna buy this to rebuild. Another very important thing is that the front of the facade was actually the part of the home that's burnt. It's not just a full burnt house, but in the description that the realtor gave, he made it seem that you're gonna have to rebuild this thing from the ground up. So we're going with that. Is this thing worth buying for $399,000 and building? Here are the numbers. So looking at the past solds in that area, and I'm talking about very specifically on this street or 2 streets down. We have a $650,000 3-bed, 1-bath. The house next door, very nearby, 3-bed, 1.5 for $515,000. Across the street sold for $593,000. So it looks like you're looking at $650 if you were to build a 3-bedroom in this area. So the other thing you can do is actually build a 4-bed instead. Within the last 3 months, that sold for $817,000. So now you're looking at, can you build a 4-bedroom with only $400,000? Yeah. So if we're going to be building a 3-bed, 1-bath, we're looking at $600,000 to $650,000 resale value. And of course, it matters what kind of finishes you put in there and the overall quality of the home. The other thing is, we can also say that it could be sold higher than the $600,000, $650,000 range because everything will be brand new. Okay, so now we're at $650,000, $700,000. With the 4-bedroom, we know we can get around $800,000 for it. Make it new, good finishes. Now we're looking at $800,000, $900,000. It's not too crazy for things to go over $1 million in Melrose or in Boston in general. If you really create something very nice, you can definitely be hovering around that $1 million range. It's just a question of how much does it cost to build, which I don't really have all the answers to, but here are things that are affecting all of the new builds right now. One, if you follow logistics and building homes and all raw material, you know how high priced everything is. So that's not helping you. If you were ordering something, you go to the stores even right now and you'll notice the shelves are a little bit more empty than usual for anything. That's because everything is taking so much longer to import because you have all the different raw materials getting so delayed. So you have time against you. let's say you did buy this thing in cash next weekend. We're about to hit October, so then you got November, December, January, February. You know, the hardest months to build in the winter, right? So your time is against you. Unless you already have all the material, the prices are working against you too. So to turn a profit right now is very hard. So keep in mind, just to get to zero, you're gonna have to try to build an $800,000 home with $400,000. So taking all those things into consideration, I'm gonna say no deal. This is not $399,000. I'm sorry, but if you're interested in looking at it with me, I'm more than happy to help you. And what I want to say is that the market price is not $399,000. Maybe you want to specifically live in Melrose. So to buy that for $399,000, that's your own personal value. And maybe it's totally what you've been looking for. You've been looking for a home and you've been losing multiple times. Maybe this is the right way to do it. So everyone has this perception of going over market value right now. Like, you should never buy a home over market value. If that home is everything that you want and you've been looking for so long and probably not gonna get outbidded on this, this is a great property. This is a good opportunity. And maybe you're not a builder who's trying to sell it off for a profit. Maybe you're just someone who's trying to build the perfect home for your family, and you like the location a lot. So if you're interested in this property or anything in that area, Boston Metro, definitely give me a call or send me an email. My email is in the description below. Something that I can do for my clients when they ask to see the numbers. So maybe you are someone who you have the connections with the builders, you have the raw materials, and you could get it done for less than $400,000. Then yeah, and maybe the profit margin is worth taking the risk on this. But as far as my analysis is, $399,000 that's a little bit high. So if you enjoyed this analysis, make sure you subscribe. If you have questions about purchasing homes, selling a home, I'm always here for you guys, whether you're in state, out of state. I'm here to answer your questions. I love using data. I love crunching the numbers for you. I'll make it in a nice little email so that you're able to understand. My name is j.maiorana. I am your Boston Realtor, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.